Alright, here we go, another video. If you're driving down the road and you see these on your dashboard, check charging system, well, that means your alternator is going bad. But we're gonna check it out to make sure that it's not the battery. I don't think it's the battery, because the battery is brand new. Not brand new, but it's like 6 months old, so it's gotta be the alternator. But the thing is, I've been doing a lot of jump starting with my car to a lot of people, so that's probably why I damage it or something like that. I mean, things break down over time. This is a 2010 Acura TL. I got like 70,000 miles on it. I don't really drive that car a lot, but I use it a lot for work, which I shouldn't, because be jumping and starting a car is not that good. It's good, but you gotta let the other battery charge and then start it up. But I'm in a big rush and then just crank the key and crank the engine and just go. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got. So if you see this one, make sure you get that checked out real quick, because it might be not charging, or you're gonna just stop out of nowhere, like on a turnpike, parkway, whatever you're driving. So let's take a look. Okay, here we go. As you can see, it's running. The engine is running, but it's making that noise. And that noise is coming from the alternator. The best thing you can do is take the belt off, start the engine, and make sure that it's not the engine. But in this case, it's not the engine. So we're gonna check here real quick with the negative. The negative, positive, and the positive. As you can see, it's charging. 13.6. Okay, it's charging, but that doesn't mean it's good. You know, the computer is reading the something wrong with the alternator, but we gotta check all, you know, the obvious thing. We gotta see if it's a wire or something, the ground. We're gonna make sure everything is good, because right here it's saying that it's charging 13.5, but I can hear that noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's pretty loud. And see, I got this thing hooked up, negative, positive, and positive. So as you can see, it's reading 13.4. This alternator was reading 14 point something like a couple weeks ago. So it's not giving a lot of voltage, but this is good. It's still good. 13.4 is just more than enough. But the computer is saying check charging system, so we're gonna take a look. Let's see what happens. As you can see, it's still saying check charging system. So that means the alternator is just going bad. There is no arguing with that. It's working, but at the same time, it's not putting the voltage out. The computer knows that it's not functioning properly, like how it's supposed to be. So we're not gonna guess. We're just gonna replace it, because it's 10 years old, 11 years old. So just we're not gonna take a chances driving around, and then next thing you know, this thing, at least this one is charging. Some alternator that I have from other people, they're say check charging system, or some car only shows up a battery like that, doesn't even say check charging system. So let's turn this off before the engine gets so hot, and you'll see just the battery right here, just that battery, the battery light, and doesn't even say what it is. So in this case, this car, the computer knows what's going on. So if I put my scanner, it might show the data, maybe not. So I've been replacing a lot of those things. When it says check charging system, like I said, another vehicle, they have like 250,000 miles, Acuras and Hondas, or 380, like my friend got one that is 450,000 miles. So I already replaced his. And this one, I don't have that many miles, but like I said, I use the car for jump starter a lot. So that could be the problem, because I should not do that, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So let's just remove the belt, take this apart. So as you can see right down here, this is the tensioner, automatic tensioner. So you got to put a 14 mil right here. Use a pipe or long wrench or breaker bar, whatever you got. If you do not have because it's pretty hard to fit half-inch ratchet in here. So we're gonna go to 3/8 on a 14 mil crank this way and take the belt out and start taking this thing apart. Let's see what we got. This is what I use to remove the belt, a ratchet and a pipe. As you can see, you can just move that a lot easier. And see, the car was on for maybe 2 minutes, not even, whatever, maybe 2-3 minutes, if that. And the alternator is so hot that I can feel the heat right now. And I touched it and it's super hot. So that thing is burnt out inside. At least it's charging, but it's not good to have it like that because it can blow up a lot of electronic things. That thing, it can put a lot of voltage, like 20, 16, 17 volts, or you don't even know. So it short things out and not going to cost a lot of money. So why take chances? And again, you can go a rebuild one or brand new one. I'll say go brand new one. I ordered a brand new one. It's supposed to be here today, but I don't know. But if it's not, and I ordered from Acura dealer, they cost a little bit of money, but I don't want to go to AutoZone and get a rebuild one because it might not work good, it might work, might not, and start taking this thing apart again. It's not that hard, but I just don't want to do it again. So let me just take that out and see what we got. All right, so the thing is loose. As you can see, that bolt right there, that's the bottom bolt. It's loose right now. It's about to come out. So let me see if I can pull it out. As you can see right here. Whoop, I drop it. Okay, so it's out. So we know it's out. Now we gotta go for the top one. So now we're gonna go to the next step, which is disconnect the battery. We're gonna disconnect the negative terminal. You want to do that because we're going to be taking the cables from the alternator, which is power, and then you can, if that make a contact with the ground, it's going to short things out. The only thing that I will say before you disconnect the battery in Hondas or Acuras, you have to remember the code for the radio. If not, then you have to go online and get it, or you go to dealer and pay. But it's a free way to get it online. You will need your registration, your big number, and your address, C code, and all that kind of stuff. They will ask you for it, and then you can do it. So right now, as you can see, there is no power here. We're gonna just double check. You grab your multimeter, DVOM, whatever you want to call it. Then we touch this. It's nothing. It means there's no power. See, there's 0. Okay, so that's good. So when we're taking these cables out, we're taking these connectors out, even if you take the metal parts, it's not going to make any contact. We're going to have to remove this fan too in order to take it out. Remove this fan to give us a lot of more room to take it out. This fan is easy to do. It's 10 mils right here, 1-2 screws. It will pop right out, which is this screws right here. As you can see, these are just easy to do it. And then the next one, just this one right here. Okay, now you have to remove the fan, right, to get it out. So I didn't want to show you underneath how to do it because it's uncomfortable to be recording and everything. So what you do is, it's 2 bolts on the bottom, as you can see, and the wire harness with the clip. That's a lot easier to take it out. As you can see, we can pull the fan out. I'm going to show you which ones you got it. The bolt right here, this one right here, you got to loosen it a little bit, and this one down here. It's 2, and then you unplug the wire harness and it come right out. You don't have to take the bolts all the way out because, as you can see, this thing has notches to it, so it just go right in. This video, like I said, is for people who don't know how to do it or want to save money, not for the guy who already been doing it for years and things like that. Don't waste your time watching it because you already know how to do it. And please do not even say anything because you already know, so there's no point watching it. But again, you know, it's always a good idea to learn. You can learn a lot of things. So now we're going to unplug all this with the battery disconnected. So then we got to take these out this clip right here, and hopefully it's gonna come right out. And then we gotta lose it from this bracket right here too. So let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a bracket. There's this bracket right here. This one goes here, right there. It's at 12 millimeters, 12. And this is the other bolt for the alternator. It goes right on this hole right here. And it's a 12 mil to unplug this wire too, in case you wonder. And then it's ready to come out. Little bit of wiggling and it's gonna come right out. Okay, here we go. It's coming out. I'm gonna have to stop the video a little bit because I need my two hands because this thing's pretty heavy. So as you can see, here it is. This is the bad one. I'm still waiting for the new one. So I might not gonna make a video how to put it on because it's just reverse. The process is on reverse though. You just gotta, the way you take it out, just put it back in on reverse. You know, that's easy to do. And this thing will be too long. Nobody wanna watch a video that long. Look, this thing, I've been working on this for a while and it's super hot. I mean, this thing is, you can't just hold your hand to it. It's so hot. So this thing is shot. Even if it shows that it's charging, it's fucked up. It's not good. So here we go. It's pretty easy, simple to do it. It's only gonna cost me like $400 and some because I ordered one from Acura. And I'm sure you go to Autoson, you can get one for $150 or $200 and some. But please do not buy this online. Don't go to Amazon and buy this. Do not go to eBay or any other website, and please don't buy these things online. Buy a good quality. This is Denso. If you had the money to replace it with the original part, an Acura or Honda, whatever you call it, I'll say do it that way because you're not gonna be happy when this thing breaks down because you want to buy a cheap one online. It'll be stupid to do it. It'll be so stupid to do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and order the fan belt, or just to be more correct, dry belt. Now they call it dry belt because it's not driving any fan belt, but it's not connected to the fan, but they call it dry belt. Okay, whatever it is, this is the dry belt right here. As you can see, this is pretty short. And the way you can tell this is going bad, this thing squeak a little bit in the morning when we just start the car. And you can see it has some crack to it, a little bit crack. So I'm gonna get a new one too and see what happens. So there you go, 14. This is all the tools you need pretty much. The 14 with a ratchet built on it. I mean, if you can get one of these gear wrenches, it'll be really handy. 12 mils and take the fan off, take the fan right out. It's pretty good. It's not rocket science. Anybody can do it. So hopefully you can figure it out. If you got better ideas, let me know. If you don't, just thanks for watching. Take care.